Hello, my name is Craig J. Davis and welcome to my channel. It is, what day is it? It is Thursday the 23rd of December 2021. So it is Christmas Eve. Does that make sense? In other words, it's Christmas Eve of Christmas Eve. So it's Christmas Eve. Because of course, as we all know, Christmas Eve is tomorrow, and that will be the 24th of December. As you can see, and because it is December and it is only 2 days away from Christmas Day, the birth of Jesus Christ, who came to die on the cross for all our sins and was resurrected on the third day. Yes, I know we don't know when Jesus Christ was born. There's always some smart aleck to put in the comments. Oh, well, we don't know when we don't know when Jesus Christ was born because it doesn't say that about. Yes, I know that, but in the Western tradition, that's just the day that we celebrate his birthday. Why? I don't know, but it has to be on Sunday, and for some reason, it's nearly at the very end of the year. Now, speaking of hats, I got a new hat, and yes, I've had a haircut. Yes, I look like John Candy from Stripes, and this is a hat of an elf. You can see I bought this yesterday in the charity shop, and as you can see, you know, we've got the get off! Man, that hat is evil. Right, I'm taking that back to Charlie's shop. No, on second thoughts, I'm going to incinerate it. Put back on my Santa Claus hat, my friendly hat. Right, anyway. Have you a lot all yeared from Boxing Day, which is on the 26th of December. The restrictions that we had in Wales in the past are, guess what? Surprisingly, coming back into force. And that force is the rule of 6. From the 26th of December, which is on a Boxing Day, because I've got I've got a website here where it says, oh, I'm just looking on my laptop. It says that no more than 6 people will be allowed to meet in pubs, cinemas, restaurants in Wales from the 26th of December. Now, cinemas I find very, very interesting, because in cinemas now in Wales, to actually go and see a film and eat popcorn and eat hot dogs, you have to have the 2 jabs, and you have to have the COVID passport. So if that's the case, if only vaccinated people and if only those who have got a COVID passport are allowed to go into cinemas, why the rule of 6? If only vaccinated people can go to the cinema and the 2 jabs are supposed to protect you against a virus that has a very high recovery rate. But now saying that, no, the 2 jabs aren't enough anymore, are they? This is why we have to have the booster. Then why have the rule of 6? No, it exactly makes no sense. But unlike cinemas, that is not enforced into pubs and restaurants yet. So the rule of 6. Okay, so 2 meter social distancing rules will also return to public places. So, in other words, okay, when I go to my local pub, it's only me who goes into the pub. But when I go in there, I order my pint and I go and sit next to the punters that I know, and there I socialize, you know, Gary, Steve, Ian, blah blah blah, right? But now, from the 26th of December, I'm not allowed to do that because they are not part of my group, which of course I haven't got a group because it's only me. So if I go into the pub again, as it was before, God, this is so exhausting. I'm going to have to sit on my own, in my own space, in my own so-called bubble, and the same goes for the rest of everyone else, unless you go into a pub with people from your own household. So if I go into a pub and I see people there that I know and that I want to talk to, because I'm not allowed to actually sit next to them and talk to them, I'm going to have to act like a loud idiot and yell from across the pub. Hey Steve! How's it going, mate? How was work? Oh, it's going great, mate. Yeah, it's going... Oh, well, I'm really glad... You know what I mean? It's insanity. It's insane. But it's not just in pubs. That's just an analogy I'm giving. The same is in restaurants. But why 6? Why the rule of 6? You know, I've said before and I'll say it again. We have a very intelligent virus, don't we? If you're in a room with 6 or less people, then you're okay. Then the virus cannot infect you. But if you have 7 people in your group or more, then the virus can infect you. I've said before and I'll say it again. We have a very intelligent virus. We have a virus with a conscience. It seems to know when it can and cannot infect you. And what I can see coming back into play is where pubs will have to close again at 10 o'clock p.m. and then it will be brought forward to 6 o'clock p.m. You know, we are not progressing. It's time we got over this now and just got on with our lives. It says here, right? Licensed premises will have to offer table service only. Face masks will have to be worn and contact tracing details collected. I'm not going to put my phone number on a piece of paper where everyone can see it. I am not going to do that. I'm a very private person and I will only give out my phone number to those who I know personally. You know, I mean, if I put my phone number down, right, for this useless track and tracing, right, especially in a restaurant where there are loads of people, I don't know who's in there. You know, do you think I'm going to allow strangers to see my phone number in public? So, okay, but it says this. Outdoor events will be limited to 50, with 30 indoors. Again, why 50? Why 30? But no restrictions were brought in for smaller meetings in private homes. Right, so in private homes, you are totally immune from this virus. First Minister Mark Drakeford called for people to limit the ground of socialising they do and take a lateral flow test before they go to meet other people. Now, is it just me, or am I the only one who just finds this absolutely exhausting? I mean, who's got the energy for all of this? It's just easier to just stay at home. Wales, which of course is exactly what they want, isn't it? Because they want us all to be dehumanized, to live in socially distant and virtual lives, hence Twitter and Facebook and all that. Wales's rules for further vaccinated people Wales's rules for fully vaccinated people who are a contact of someone with coronavirus have been changed, with a switch to daily testing instead of self-isolation, including for the Omicron variant, or as I call it, the moronic variant. Because if you get a piece of paper and if you write down Omicron and rearrange the letters, you will find that it is an anagram for a monocron. And just goes on and on and on. I don't think I'm going to read it any more. It just goes on and on and on and on. But what I will do is that, from what I've been reading out to you so far, I will post this in the description box below. Right? What I'm trying to say is the website that I am reading from, I will post it in the description box below for all of you to have a full read. But I've just come across now nightclubs, and I'll just say this. Nightclubs originally planned to close on the 27th of December will now shut a day earlier. What difference does it make? You know, it's... But anyway, yeah, please comment, please subscribe, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, and I'm going to try and get used to this hat, because I paid £87.57 for this hat, and I'm gonna see if I can get used to it, you know. Also, I got a Christmas present. Thank you to Steve Bow for giving me my Christmas present. It says on it, Greg Morriston, because this is where I am, this is where I live, and Greg is Welsh for Craig. Merry Christmas and have a happy New Year, or as we say in Wales, Nadolig llawen a blwyddyn newydd dda. Diolch yn fawr. Comment, subscribe, and have a nice day. And when you go to bed, please try to not get shit on the sheets. Thank you.